everyone, Tamara here, and I just wanted to connect with you and talk to you a little bit about starting a hair extension business in 2017. Yes, I think we've connected probably back in 2011, 2012 about starting a hair extension business, but here we are in 2017 years later, and it's still a booming business. Starting a hair extension business is still booming, and so it's still possible for you to start a hair extension business, but it might not be how it used to be. And so I'm going to talk to you about that today and give you some tips on how to start your hair extension business this year in 2017. So gone are the days where you can just go buy some hair, go to your trunk, go to your neighbor's house, go outside, step outside and say hair for sale, and have people come purchase from you, right? Go pop up some pictures on the social media site and say, hey, hair for sale over here, guys, come and buy from me. It's really hard for us to do that these days, and I just feel like us doing that over the last few years have really, watered down the whole process of being an entrepreneur. Really, just made it, just discounted the whole process of becoming an entrepreneur. And so, those days are gone now, and people are realizing that buying a bundle off the corner for $50, or just buying any hair probably isn't the best investment in their using their money the best way. And so they want something with quality. They want a company that they can trust, a company that they can rely on to give them the absolute best. And so that's what you are stepping into in 2017. You need to come with the best. You need to come ready. You need to be coming willing to, help your customer feel and look their absolute best with your hair product, which means you need to offer the best. And so, there are several things that you need to do this year in order to have the best hair extension business on the market. And again, it is possible to start. And so here is how you can do that. And the first thing that you need to do is that you need to plan. Like I said, just buying a whole bunch of hair in bulk and trying to move it out as fast as you can, especially if you're a stylist or you do hair on the side, you're just kind of like, yeah, I got these bundles, come and buy them. People have so many options now, and there are so many people out here that are doing some really great things in the hair industry, and that's where they're going to buy their hair. So how are you going to be different? That's why you have to plan. You need a business plan. You need to have something in place that's going to put together what you're going to be doing for your business. And so, that's the first thing to do, plan. And get that together and make sure that you are ready for your customer and have a great idea of where you're going. Because also what happens when you don't plan is that you start to see all these other companies that have these Instagram accounts, that have these Facebook accounts, that have these websites that are popping up, and every time you see something gold shimmering, you go over there, and then you change your plan and you go do what they do, what they have. And then you change your plan and you go over there and you change and do what they're doing. Oh, and then you see something over there and you go and change what you're doing. And so you're not focused when you don't have a plan and you don't have goals and you don't know where you're going. That's why you need to have a plan, and you need to really remember why you're in this business and why you decided to start, and stick to that plan. So you need to have a plan. The next thing you need to do is one of the most important, and that's, of course, find a vendor. This is something, I get questions on constantly. Can you give me a vendor? Can you give me a vendor? Yes, I can give you a vendor. We can sit down and talk about it. You can become one of my clients, or you can, of course, purchase the little black book of hair vendors, and that's where you can find a vendor. But you know just as well as I that people aren't just throwing out their vendor names and giving you exactly where they're getting their hair from, or they're going to charge you to get the hair that they're selling from their vendor. They're going to charge you a little bit more than what they're paying, of course. So, you really have to get down into the trenches and find someone that you can trust. Find a vendor that you can trust, and don't expect people to just give you names and give you vendors and give you the best, acting like, people aren't here to help out. Well, you're going to have to do something on your own at some point. You're going to have to find some things. People aren't just going to hand out things to you. You're an entrepreneur, so you got to go out there and go work, go do some research, and find the best vendor that's going to work for you. You're going to have to buy samples of the hair. You're going to have to make sure that it's up to par to what you're going to be offering your customer. And so expect to do that as an entrepreneur, and stop trying to get away and go through these little corners. And just because someone said something nice about a vendor doesn't mean that's someone that you need to be purchasing from constantly. You have to be the judge of that. So find a vendor, find someone that, has the best quality and really fits in within the plan that you set, and that your customer will absolutely love, and the vendor has to fit up with your plan. And so if your plan is that you're going to sell hair that a customer can afford, that will last them 3 to 6 months, then make sure that's what the hair can do. Maybe you're making sure the hair can last a year. Make sure that's what the hair can do. Only way you can do that is to buy samples and to test out the hair yourself and with other friends and family that may be willing to help. So take that step and find the vendor and get the hair that your customers deserve. So the first thing was to do is to plan. Then you want to find a vendor. The next thing you need to do is create that brand look. Create your brand look, your brand character. Your brand character. What does that look like? What are the colors of your company and how do they all correlate? How do they all come together and, all streamline across all of your board, like all of your Instagram, your Facebook, your website. Everything should be color coordinated and put together that has to fit with your brand. If you're posting, certain pictures on Instagram, you should, have similar pictures and a similar look on your website. Okay, so everything should be together and everything needs to look the same so that it looks like you know what you're doing. You look professional, you look consistent, and everything looks like it belongs to the same company. Okay, be consistent in that. A lot of times people, again, they start finding pictures, they're taking pictures from other people's accounts and they're posting it. Who needs hair in stock, I've got bundles, but that picture is in green and your company colors are red. They don't go together. You may have to redo some things and find the tools that you need to make your company stand out and to make sure that everything is different about you and your brand color, your brand look, your brand character is speaking amongst everything that you do. Your packaging, anything that's in the package, what's going to be inside the hair, what is the customer getting? Are they getting a thank you note? Are they getting hair care instructions? All that stuff needs to look the same. Everything needs to really just pop and look very professional for your customer, and that will keep them coming back to you over and over and over. So make sure you get your brand look and your brand character together. That's number 3. The next thing you have to do is to launch. Announce to the world that you have a business. A lot of times, most of us are just Sally or just Sue, just Tamara to their friends. And then all of a sudden you want to start selling them hair and being an entrepreneur, and they didn't think of you as that before. So now it's different for them. It's like, whoa, 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 you were just Tamara just a few minutes ago, and now you're trying to sell me something and I'm supposed to give you my money? That's what happens sometimes when we launch. You think you have all the support and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm proud of you. But they don't see you as an entrepreneur. They never seen you like that. So they're still trying to get used to that and see, is this something that's going to stick? So you can't rely on other people to support you the way that you support you, okay? But you do need to put out a launch to let the world know that you are an entrepreneur and you're out, you're ready to sell hair, you're ready to service their needs, and let them know how they can support you. So have a launch. You can do that digitally or virtually through any of your social media platforms. You can have a nice little party. You can, maybe just invite some people over, and that's where you sell some hair. Then you have a nice little sale, some specials, some giveaways, and launch your company seriously and let people know, yes, this is Tamara from the other day, but now I'm Tamara, owner of my hair company. So make that distinct difference and let people know, and make this a special event so it's not just something that all of a sudden you just popped out of the blue and now you sell hair and people should purchase from you. Okay, so make that distinct difference when you launch and stand out from the rest of and from everybody else who just pops up out of nowhere and starts selling hair. Okay, so launch well. Then the last thing you need to do, of course, is sell. That's what you're doing. You're in a retail space. That means you have to sell. So you can't be afraid to sell. You can't be afraid to ask people for their money. That's what sales are. You have to be able to say, okay, so you said you wanted a 12-inch, a 14-inch, and a 16-inch Indian body weight. That's going to be $250. Are you ready to pay? A lot of us say that you wanted a 12-inch, a 14-inch, and a 16-inch. That's going to be $1250. And then you sit and wait for someone to really tell you, yes, please, take all of my money. If you notice, a lot of people don't like to volunteer to give you their money, right? They start thinking about other ways that they can spend it or other things that they can do with it. And so you have to be a salesperson. It's like, are you ready to pay? Or how did you want to take care of that? Is that cash or card? Okay, so ask for the sale and complete the sale, and that's something that you're going to have to continue to do, even if you're not in person with someone. You email, you via, your website should make sure that the customer feels confident about the sale that they're, the purchase that they're about to make. because that's what you do. You're a retailer. You have to sell something in order to make some money and get the hair moved out of your inventory or your stock or however you're doing it. Okay, so be used to that and get used to that and start looking into studying sales and how you're going to do that, because that's what you do as a retailer. Anyone that's in business has to do that. So get used to it and make sure you start doing that for yourself and for your company. So here's how you're going to start a hair extension business in 2017. Number one is you're going to plan, and you're going to get it together. Make sure you've gone through everything that it takes to make sure that you're going to have the business, the hair extension business of your dreams, and make sure that's written down on paper, all of your goals, how much you're going to make, how much hair you're going to sell, who you're going to sell it to, why, when, what you're going to look like. All of that stuff needs to be planned. Okay, then you need to find a vendor that's going to fit that plan. Who has the best, and what does that look like? What kind of textures are you going to be selling? What are you going to be? What is your product going to be? You need a vendor. Make sure you find someone that you can trust and that you feel confident buying from. Okay, then you need to finalize your brand look. What are your colors? What's your logo? What is your website going to look like? What does everything look like across the board? How does your Instagram fit with your website? How does all that correlate and come together, and make sure your brand look is all together before you introduce it to the world. And then you're going to introduce it to the world. You need to launch. Okay, launch to the world. Have a significant event somehow, some way that shows that I am now an entrepreneur. My hair extension business is up and running, and I'm here to service you and make you look beautiful and feel wonderful about yourself and understand how beautiful you really are. Whether you have the extensions or not, you're still beautiful, and I would love for you to be my customer. So, launch that and make sure that you are sharing that with your future customer. And then you need to sell. You got to sell, sell, sell. Always do sale activities every day and trying to get people, getting people to your site, to your company to purchase from you. So that's how you start a hair extension business in 2017. So please take those things and use them and move forward in your business and get going. If you need more help with this and specific help on each of these steps and how to do that, then please join me over at mainelements.com. I've got a free guide for you there that goes through each of the different steps to starting your hair extension business. It's a free guide. Once you subscribe to our website, you can go ahead and get it there. And then I also have some other products there for you. You've got different books. We do have the Little Black Book of Hair Vendors, different services for you, no matter where you are in your hairpreneur journey, whether you just started or you've been selling for a long time, you're just ready to take your business to the next six-figure level, then we can definitely help you and have all the products there. Of course, I definitely have one-on-one mentoring that I offer, where we can sit down and really get a plan worked for you, and I can help you really take your business to the next level. So that is all for you there. Again, that's mainelements.com. Our key program, signature program, is the Main Boss program, and this is a exclusive membership for people that are ready to get their businesses off the ground and just really don't know how to get those steps and what steps to take. Who's looking for resources? Where should you go to get your website done? Where should you go to get your bundle wraps done? Your tags, your packaging, what kind of website platform should you use? All those different things are available for you as a Main Boss. You also get business training. All of our classes are available there. You get different things like a business plan. You get our shipping guide. You get how to stand out in social media training. All of those different things are available for you as a Main Boss, and you get monthly training. So you'll get to join me and all of our other Main Bosses in the board meeting, where we can do live Q&As and also to have a good business lesson for that month, so that you can continue to grow as an entrepreneur and a hairpreneur in this industry. So that's our Main Boss plan, and so that's also available, and you can get more details on our website at mainelements.com. Again, that's MANEELENTZ as in zebra.com. There's also a link at the bottom, so you can visit us there. And I really hope and look forward to working with you in 2017. Let's not get to the end of this year and you're still standing there wondering how to start. What do I do? Where do I go from here? I've been wanting to do this for so long, but I still haven't. Let's start, and let me help you. Go to mainelements.com, and I look forward to working with you. Bye.